Let's go. All right, let's get this energy going. Let's get the energy up, right? We have a good time tonight. When y'all see this, you're going to sit back and be like, what? It's that simple. It's that easy. And when you find out how much money I'm making with it in just, a week, you're going to be like, holy cow. All right. So put a fire emoji in the comments if you're ready to get rolling. Fire emoji. Somebody let me know. We're about to be on fire. We're about to get into this. And this is about to blow your mind because it's going to be super simple. It's going to be super positive. And I promise you, it's going to be something even a 5-year-old child could do. It's not hard. It is not hard at all. So let's dive in. All right. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to switch my camera to the presentation mode. And so what that's going to do is, let me just go ahead and prep you first. Because by the way, if you don't know, jobs are at risk all over the country, not just all over the country, all over the world. There are people waking up today who might have a paycheck tomorrow and then may not have a paycheck after that. So I did a video recently where we've lost right now about 1 million jobs just in 2025. I anticipated 10 million jobs lost in 2026. Experts are coming out saying, no, that's too low, probably closer to 20, which blows my mind that 20 million people could lose their jobs. Not just that, that's not even the sad part. The sad part is who else their paychecks take care of. So if you were like me, or if you're like I used to be when I had a paycheck, you had kids you have to take care of, you had spouse, you had family, you had everything that you had to take care of, right? And you had all those things. And unfortunately, like whenever you lose your paycheck, it doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone your paycheck takes care of. So that's why I always get on here, and you guys see my videos, you know how real I am and how I keep it, that if you continue to rely on your paycheck, the danger is it's your only source of income. And if you lose your job, and today, like never before, you can lose your job, all of a sudden, you're not the only one unemployed. Your kids are unemployed. Your spouse is unemployed. Your dog is unemployed. Anyone or anything that relied on you and your dollar, essentially they lose it because you no longer have it. And so I've been in a situation where I've lost everything. I lost my paycheck. I blew through my savings. That's why I hate savings, because what they don't tell you is as soon as you blow through it, there's no guarantee you'll get another job on the back end. There's no guarantee you'll get a job that pays enough to take care of you. You may need to piece two together. And when you spend it all, you go to zero. They don't put it back. And so I was like, a better way to live would be cash flow. How do I do that? I'd rather, if I spend money, get more money. That made more sense to me. And so we're going to talk about it and get into it. So what I did is I created a company called Book and Move. Now, if you haven't been to my website, don't worry. I'm going to take you to the website. Now, I have 3 middleman companies. Yes, 3. It does not take a lot to run these businesses. They don't really need you. You can manage from behind the scenes. I'll show you that. But you can literally be out doing whatever you want to do during the day, and the business is going to take care of itself. It does not need you. So if you think a business has to have you to be successful, think about a company like Amazon. Amazon relies on everyone except the business owner. Think about a company like Tesla. Think about a company like Uber, Airbnb. The owners of Airbnb are not out trying to secure homes for you to rent. They're off on vacation, enjoying life. Their business system runs it for them, and it's fully automated. Whenever you go to book an Uber, do you have to have a conversation with anybody? Do you have to call? Do you have to pick up the phone? Do you have to wait on a call back? No. When you order on one of those delivery apps, who do you talk to? Nobody. Right? When you book an Airbnb, do you have to have a conversation with the homeowner? No. These things are fully automated. That's why I'm convinced the harder you work, the harder you struggle. And so what I want to do is I want to introduce you to a new way of living that's fully automated, because I'm here to tell you there's no rule in this entire universe, not biblically, not spiritually, not anywhere in any book, that says that the only way to be successful is to work hard. That came from folks who worked hard and they died tired. I don't want to live or die tired. Okay. I got young kids. I want to have the energy. I want to enjoy life. I don't like hard work. So what I'm going to show you is the book and move. It's the concept that I'm building, or my team's building, everyone's website off of. So this is a template. They're all going to look like this. But of course, it's going to have some differences, but overall, they're all going to look the same, right? So if you guys understand what I'm saying so far, put a 1 in the comments. Somebody let me know if you understand what a middleman business is. It simply is a business that connects a customer to a service provider. Perfect, perfect. And gets paid for the connection. So if you've ever hooked up a friend with another friend, right, then you are the middleman or the middlewoman. You connected the two. And then if it works out between them, you may be the maid of honor or the best man. But ultimately, you do the connecting. You're the middleman. That's why I call it middleman. And the reason I put CEO behind it is because I want you to understand, I want you to run the business like a CEO. I don't need you in the business. I designed the business, so I'm not a part of it, right? So I'm going to show you bookandmove.com. Remember, the basis of what a middleman business is, it's simply a business who connects a customer to a service pro, and we get paid every time a connection is made. You get paid when a connection is made. It's that simple. It's that easy. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go to my site. I'm going to show you 3 perspectives on the site. I'm going to show you the customer perspective when they go to the site. This is important. The reason I'm going to show this to you is because if you or when you start your middleman business, it's going to work the same. So I'm essentially training you really quickly on how your business is going to work and why it does not need you, right? And that's a good thing. We don't want to have to work in our business. We create a business so we can be free. Now, if you want to keep your job and still have your middleman business, fine. I have a lot of students who love their jobs, right? And then I have a lot of students who are like, that job ain't going to be there for much longer. I need to find a way out, right? And I get those text messages all the time. So we're going to switch out. I'm going to share the screen. And as soon as you see the screen pop up, please put a 1 in the comments to let me know the sharing is working and you can see everything. By the way, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead, put it down there. And if as soon as you see the screen, please put a 1 to let me know that it worked. Okay. So we're going to get into it. I promise you it's going to be life-changing. And here we go. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Let me know if you see my screen, if you see the homepage, if you see bookandmove.com, please let me know. Let me know, guys. Let me know. If you see bookandmove.com, let me know. Put a 1 in the comments. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go through the process. Again, if you have any questions or comments or anything, please let me know. All right, guys, do you see at the top where it says book and move? Way at the top, kind of centered, kind of to the left, book and move. All right. So bookandmove.com is the domain name for one of my middleman businesses. But since we're designing the other ones like this, I'll just share this one with you. Your business is going to work exactly like this. All right. Can everybody see? Just double checking, make sure everybody can see. I don't want to leave anybody out. Make sure everybody can see. All right, got the ones, yes. All right, everybody can see, perfect. Just want to make sure we're good. All right, let's get into it. All right, so bookandmove.com, right? So this is my middleman moving site. Now, why am I showing you this site? Because every middleman business that my team builds, it's going to have a site similar to this one, pretty much identical. And that's fine because you want it to be simple, and we do too. So You look, it says book and move. It's got the drop down over here. It's got the logo at the top. Book and move, right? Now, your business, whatever industry you get into, it could be because there's a ton of service industries. In fact, you may already know someone who has a service business. It could be home cleaning, it could be vehicle detailing, it could be vehicle inspection, it could be painting, handyman, cabinets, carpet, cleaning, moving, roof repair, landscaping, pools, on and on and on and on. Party DJs, bounce houses, event planners, wedding photographers, on and on, right? And I could go, I could probably list a list of 100, but I'm not going to do that. So, but you guys know, right? So where mine says book and move, yours would say whatever your company's name is. So if you were someone and you were getting into the moving industry, that's fine. It'd be very similar to this. Or if you're someone and you're starting a cleaning business, yours would probably say book and clean or clean and go, whatever name we come up with. You don't have to worry about that. We teach you how to pick the best name. We want the name simple, something they can remember very easily, right? We don't want them trying to figure out how to spell your business name. Super simple, super easy. And then you scroll down, mine says book online, move anytime. That's my slogan. My slogan is book online, move anytime. Yours does not have to rhyme, but it just so happens that mine does. Now, yours could be book online, clean anytime. Yours could be book online, pest control anytime. Whatever you want to do. Or it could just be, the best home cleaners in Charlotte, whatever. Right? So we get all of that worked out for you. We partner with you, work with you so that you can actually pick out what you like best. But we work with you to do all of this. And so, and there you see number one, get free quote. So your site is going to have this. Now, the name of your company at the top, where mine is Book and Move, yours is going to have your company name, not mine. And then your slogan could be whatever we work it out to be, or it could be something similar to mine. That's okay. Number one is going to be the exact same on your website as my website. Get a free quote. That's all they're doing. It does not matter which industry you're in. The first step is going to be get a free quote. Number two, it's going to be pay your deposit. We let the customers know up front a deposit is due, right? Before you get off of here, you need to pay us. That's how you and I get paid. It's called a deposit commission. You'll learn more about it in the masterclass, right? And number three, relax. Movers are on the way. So where mine says relax movers are on the way, yours could be relax cleaners are on the way, relax roofers are on the way. We're just letting them know that you get a quote, you pay your deposit, and you're done. And then mine says book your move now. Yours could probably just say book now, right? Let them know this is a reservation. This is not, just go through the motions and leave the site. No, this is a booking platform. Book now. That's why I put it right there. Book now. Make your reservation. Lock it in now. Right? You can see some numbers from things we've done. All this information will be added to your site. So everything that you see from here, we will include all of these features on your site. Right? So all of this will be added. We'll write a little bio, something about you and about your business. Now, down at the bottom by contact, notice what you do not see. You do not see a phone number. You only see a support email. Now, the reason we do that is because we don't want to have a conversation with our customers. We've already explained it's book, pay your deposit, and you're done. We don't need phone calls. If you must talk to us, all you have to do is email us, and then we will get back to you whenever we can. Right? So it's not going to disrupt my day. It's not going to disrupt your day. It's not going to disrupt your flow, right? Book it on the site. That's what the whole site is for, right? And so let's go through some of the process real quick, right? So let's say someone goes to your site and one of you on here, you want to start a cleaning service, right? So let's say somebody on here wants to start a cleaning service. And then they go to the cleaning service. And then all of a sudden it says book, right? And so when they get there, it says, all right, and I'll fill in the blank. Let's say ABC, right? First name ABC, last name, John, whatever, right? And so they'll go through the motions, fill all of this information out. Now, when they get to the end of this is the beauty of it. So they're going to go through the form. This is the booking form. So notice at the top, you're going to see 8 circles. Right now, if you're doing certain industries, you're not going to need as many details as other industries need. So if you're moving, I need to know where you're moving from, where you're moving to. So I need the pickup address, the drop-off address. I need all of that. Now, if you're doing home cleaning, you don't need all of that. If you're doing roofing, you don't need all of that. If you're mounting televisions, you don't need all of that. You only need the information that's there. You don't need all the other stuff, right? And so, but we got to get them to that payment page, right? So, all right. And I'll go through this quickly so we could do some Q&A. And now when they go through this process, they're going to put all their information in. Now, the questions on this form is going to pertain to whatever industry you choose. You may say, I want to get into setting up kids' bounce houses. I have a friend who has bounce houses. I'm going to bring him some customers. He charges $350. I'm going to take $150 off every customer. Right? So your questions might be, what day is your party? How big is your yard? How many bounce houses you need? This is what it costs. Bam, and you're done. Right? And so that's the process. Now, when they get to the end of this, process, show you really quickly, they're going to see every box is checked. Now they're all the way to the payment screen and it says, hey, this is your quote. Here's your payment screen. Now look at mine. It says booking deposit 147. Yours is going to say, and this is for that particular move, but mine could be as high as 250. Yours could be whatever you want to charge, right? Just make sure it's fair for the ISP who has to go out and do the work. So they're going to get to this screen. They're going to put their card information in. They're going to pay. When they hit pay, it's going to pay you. You're going to get an alert to your phone or your laptop that says it's going to ping and says you just made $150. So if someone made that payment right now, it would ping instantly. My Stripe account, you can do PayPal, so many others, and it'll say you just made $147. It's in your account, right? And so I got paid instantly. Now, keep in mind, I don't know who this customer is. I haven't talked to this customer. They don't know me. I didn't even know they were on the site. And all of this is done while I'm having dinner with my family, while I'm having lunch, while I'm playing golf, learn how to play pickleball. So just think of what your life would look like if you had an automated system like this that would do all the work for you. And the only alert it would give you is you just got paid. To me, that's like winning the lottery, like every time, right? It's like winning the lottery every single time. And so that's what the payment page is going to look like. Your form is going to have all the details you need to capture for the ISP, Independent Service Pro. And then you're going to pay the 147 and you're done, right? And that's the customer side. Now, let's look at if I'm a business, right? So a business comes there and a business says, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. A business come there and a business says, I want to sign up. Now, what the business does, let's go all the way back. The business clicks here. So you want ISPs, right? I teach you how to get them. They actually line up to do business with you. Why? Because they're spending thousands of dollars each month chasing leads that go nowhere, and you just happen to have guaranteed jobs. So they're going to be able to come over here, click where it says join. I'll sign out real quick so you can see it. It says join our team. See, they're going to click join our team. Bam. And then when they get there, I'll put in my info so you can see. Bam. Now they're going to get to their dashboard. This is their mover dashboard, right? And for you, it's going to be cleaner dashboard, home repair, whatever industry. Mine just says mover because that's what this site is for. But it could be website design. It could be anything. And it's going to have the business information. This is what the ISP is going to see. Profile, job access. They're going to scroll down. It's going to say you're ready to work. Congratulations. Your account is verified. You're going to have all of this information. And then my favorite part is going to say, look, down at the bottom, view available jobs. And so that's where they go to get the jobs off of your calendar. That's why, show you in a second. That's why they pay you. See right there, subscription, $150 per month. What is that? I have ISPs, independent service pros, or movers here in Dallas who pay me $150 a month to have access to my board. And that's really cheap because they spend more than that on dead end leads. So all they have to do is click, right there. Bam. That's what it looks like when they accept a job. So bam, I went and accepted one of the jobs. Bam, see right there? The job pays $347. Expected duration about 2 hours. Yours is going to have all the information needed. This is what your ISPs are going to see. So you can see this, but you don't have to. This is the alert they're going to get. See, it says job claim. They're going to get an alert to their phone that says the job is available in Chicago, in Cleveland. Click now to view. They're going to view it, open it up, and see it and say, I'll take that. And as soon as they take it, it's appointed to them, just like this. And they get this response that says, hey, the job is yours. Here's the details. When they finish, they can mark complete. And then you get an alert that the job is finished. Right? Isn't that nice? Isn't that beautiful? Put a 1 in the comments if so far this is super easy, super simple. Right? So that's what the ISPs are going to see. This is how they're going to book jobs. It's going to be that simple, that easy. They'll go right here and say, hey, I'll take that job. And then it says, it's got the information and everything they need. That's how easy it is for them. And they don't even have to talk to you. They just take the job. Now, we're going to go to probably my favorite part, which is going to be my dashboard. Now, this is you looking inside of my company. So in the past, let's see, so far this week, well, that would be Wednesday because it takes 24 hours to process. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so far, we've made $2,058. Not bad. Especially not bad. And in fact, if that was a month and I was only working an hour a week, that would be awesome. But that's only for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because this resets every Sunday. So your numbers will always reset every Sunday. You'll always have the data. We build all of this into your site. You have all of this. You'll be able to come here, look at this beautiful dashboard, find all your information on all your ISPs, everything. See, I have total 31 movers. I'm only supposed to have 25, but I had such a long list. I just went ahead and added 6 more. I don't think we're going to add more than that, but we are about to branch out into other cities. So total bookings in the past 3 days, 30. Right? So it takes a while for everything to add up. It usually takes, it's probably on a, say like a 24-hour delay when it comes to the bookings and the amount of ISPs that are online at one time. But check that out though. So and you'll see this, you'll come here and it'll say total cleaners, total roof repairs, whatever. Total amount of ISPs you have, that number will be there. Total bookings will be there. And then how much revenue have you made so far this week? It'll be there. So and by the way, if you wouldn't mind making almost $2,100 in 3 days, not even doing anything really, then put a 5 in the comments, put a 5. All right. And so now you got that, and then you have the mover management, right? And so that's where you get to go see all of the movers who are signed up. You'll scroll down. Oh, don't know what happened. Uh-oh. Must have been logged out too long. But that's where you'll, let's see, let's go out and come back in. How about that? Here we go. We'll get back in. All right. Oh, nope, that ain't the login. Let's do it again. All right. All right. So I'm back in, and let's see. So now I'll scroll down to, where were we going? Movers. All right, movers. And we'll speed this up and get through it. Now you can see a list of the movers who are here in Dallas. These are all Dallas movers. And this is where you'll see all the information from your ISPs. You'll be able to see their emails, their company's name, all that. You can even click on it and break stuff down and contact them, message them all through this. So whenever your ISPs are on board, if you ever need to reach out to them, you can go this way. That's going to be on your ISP management. Then you can go to your bookings, and then your bookings are going to show you the customer's name, what days they need the service, right? And I'm sorry, what days they scheduled the service, stuff like that. And then you'll start seeing all this information. When did they, when did they need this for, and all that. So the beauty of it also is that you can scroll, and I left one open so that I could go back and fill it and show you how it works. So let's look at Nana, who was the last one. See at the top, it says unassigned mover. If this ever happens, if you have an unassigned job, like they looked at it, but no one was available, here's how you manually go through it. You could go all the way over. See, it says, all right, so you'll see some of the job details, and then you'll go right here. I'll go through all this in the class, and I can just pick one of my movers. You'll get a list like this. So I could just pick this one and update it, bam, and then go back to the screen, and she's been picked up by the one I assigned. So if you ever have to do that because nobody picked up the job, you can always go and dispatch it that way, but usually it's done on its own. And you get the administrative side, you get the analytics side. The analytics kind of tell you like where. So the last 4 bookings come out of Texas, full service, things like that. They kind of fill you in on all that. And so essentially that's what your site's going to look like. I don't want to give you too much information, but there's a few ways you can get paid. The deposit commission pays you, the ISP. So I have 31 total movers. So they pay me about $4,700 per month. Every first of the month, I make that without even booking a job. That's for them to be active in my site. So we pay them to have access to they pay us to have access to the board. All right. So all that's there. And so that's what I wanted to show you all so you can understand how your site's going to work. And that's the part that usually get people excited. There are other ways we could get paid, but I save that for when we go in depth into training. But again, at the end of the day, this to me is like super, super simple. And so I'm going to tap out so I can start seeing what you guys are putting in the chats and whatnot. And look at that. Look at that. So yes. Appreciate it. Thank you. And but yes, I wanted to make sure that you guys was able to see. Now, let me ask you really quickly, guys, based on what I was able to show you, do you understand? Somebody said, great walkthrough. I appreciate it, man, because I'm nervous sometimes that I don't do a good enough job detailing it and breaking it down because I know the system so well, and I don't take for granted that you guys are new to it. So I try to take deep breaths, and because I get so excited about it, but I try to take, because of what it's done for me and my family, I get excited. And I'm so thankful for this. Like I thank God for this every day. And for the life we live every day. Like I get to go have breakfast with my wife because she doesn't have to work. She still works about a couple of days a week, to be honest. She doesn't have to. We don't need her paychecks. She's a dental hygienist, but she enjoys what she does. She's young enough. So she goes out like a couple of days a week and do part-time work. That's fine. But when she's not working, again, she doesn't have to. We're going to be, having breakfast, having lunch, hanging out, going to see a movie, and picking the kids up. We got all the time in the world, going to parks, going on vacations, doing fun stuff. That's what we enjoy. We enjoy doing the most. So let me ask you, because somebody said, great walkthrough. If you guys, I don't know if you've thought about this yet, but if you were to start a middleman business for everybody who's on, what do you know what industry you would get into? Who knows what industry they would get into? If you were to start your own middleman business, what industry would you get into? Just curious. I'm always curious. What industries would you guys get into? I'm in moving. Let's see. Somebody said I have no idea. That's fine. You don't have to know right away. The beauty is that once you learn how the system flows, so here's how it works. We set up the site for you. So it takes anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to set it all up. Once we get past a certain stage, we start reaching out to you to get some more information. And then we kind of do a sit down and a walkthrough to wrap up your site. And as we get into the holiday season, we're a little slower than we normally are, but we do get it done. And so we set up the entire site for you, my team. And then when I get the word that the site is developed enough to where we can start meeting, we start going through your site and breaking it down, putting what you want. Hey, what colors? You want this, what that? We try to get that preliminary stuff up front anyway. But then we get your site up and launched. Now you might be wondering, well, what do I do after that? That's the beauty. You don't really have to do anything. The only thing you're responsible for once the site is up and running is just to promote. Well, Shon, how do I promote? Who do I talk to? What do I say? Don't worry. We provide it in a kit. So it's going to be your launch kit. You're going to use it for the first 30 days. This thing is going to have all the information. All you have to do is copy, paste, send. That's it. So if you can copy and paste, you can win in this industry, right? You can win in this industry. And so this, again, this excites me. I love this business model. I think it's probably one of the best things going, because when we talk about creating businesses that are sustainable and that won't be washed away or wiped away or eliminated by AI, well, as far as I know, AI can't move your furniture. As far as I know, AI can't set up a bounce house in your backyard. As far as I know, AI can't clean your carpet, paint your house, break down your bed, mount your televisions, clean your vehicle, tint your windows, pressure wash your home and driveway, clean out your garage, repair your garage. AI can't do any of that. AI can't clean your house, can't clean your windows, can't do any of that. So AI can't do that. So that's why I like this industry, because it's AI proof. AI can't do it. It is what it is. AI cannot do this stuff. So for now, we can win. So if you want to make 2,000 a month, that's fine. If that's your goal, you can do it. If you want to make 5,000 a month and keep your job, that's fine. If you want to make 10,000 plus per month and say, I don't want that job, bump that job. This is all I want to do. And Shon, after I do this, I want to build another one. I might start with a moving service and scale that moving service all around the city. You'll see Book and Move in Houston, Book and Move Atlanta, Book and Move Orlando, everywhere. Or you might say, I want to do home cleaning. I'll do it here in Chicago. Now I'm in Cleveland. Now I'm in Atlanta. I'm growing this thing everywhere. In fact, now I'm going to do bounce houses. Why? How can I do all of these businesses? Because you don't do the work. How can I launch a business in a new city? Because you don't have to do the work. If you schedule a bounce house in another city, you get paid through your website. Who's going to do the work? They are, not you. The ISP is paying you to have access to that job. They can't wait to do the work. So let them get that. Let them get that. So let them have that. So that's my whole thing. Like let them have whatever it is that they want. Let them have it. So man, I see some cool people on here tonight. I see Coach on here tonight. Coach, one of my students. Coach, you on there? Let's see. Coach?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. How's it
There
going?
we
Look,
go.
thanks for jumping on tonight. I'm glad you got to kind of see the presentation. I know all of this is not anything to you guys. This is Coach Stu. He's one of my first students doing this, and this dude's been killing it. And so, not to put your business out there, Coach, but you have your service down in South Louisiana, and you sent me a screenshot about a week ago of what you made last month. How much did you make, if you don't mind sharing? You don't have to, but if you don't mind sharing it with everybody on here, how much did your company make with you working very little? How much did you make last month?
Uh, la- Last month we touched right at about 5,600. Um,
5,600. Think of,
that's about what been starting in August. So
come
about
on,
3 months.
man. Look at that. Business just up and running, 5 grand a month plus a month. And how much work do you do? Because people don't believe me when I say it doesn't
I,
take much work. How long
look,
do you work on the business, like each week?
good stop. I'm actually working right now. About 2 hours actually working a week, actually doing work as far as
Two
towards
hours.
that. And I'm actually working right now. I'm out here volunteer coaching flag right now.
Okay.
So
So your business runs without you. You get to do what you want to do, coach the kids, and you don't even have to go out and do the work. That's
yeah,
all I'm
yeah,
trying
that's
to.
pretty much where I'm at today, man.
Yeah.
Just was kind of chiming in. I seen that you had one.
Yeah.
Um, from the first time
Gotcha.
we talked, you told me it kind of be like this. So I kind of end up in the same situation where my job is working for me and I'm actually doing something that I want to do. So I
Come on,
figured
man.
I'd just jump on and let you know that that little thing, that little nugget that you told me a couple months ago, it
Yeah.
is. And I'm
Come on, man.
enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Game changer, right? So I'm probably going to show this video to a few more people, coach. And if you don't mind, like share some words with them, encourage them. What should they get into this or should they not? Does this really work or does it not work? Like, what would you say?
The biggest thing for me was the same thing, and I tell them the same. If you're just looking for that freedom, just that time to have to yourself to do whatever you want to do, that was kind of the thing that sold me to actually give it a try. And as you can see now, I'm actually up 14-3 in this game. Enjoying my free time, man. We taking it back for six.
All right. Hey, listen,
So,
man, coach. Look, I appreciate you being on. I can hear the kids in the background. I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you jumping on and just sharing some words of encouragement with everybody here. But you are a prime example of how simple this is. You're a coach. You have not stopped coaching. You get to do that, and your business works by itself. Just launched in August, already over 5,000 in the first month. So, all right, coach. Look, I appreciate it. I know you got to go. Thank you for jumping in. I always appreciate when students can jump in, chime in, and just kind of share their experience because it's one thing to hear from me, but it's another thing to hear a testimony from somebody who's out actually doing it. So thank you so much, Coach.
no
Absolutely.
problem.
Absolutely. So again, guys, just to wrap this up, because I promise you I wasn't going to take too long on here, and I wasn't going to keep you guys on here all night. And so, but what we're doing, I believe, going into 2026 is going to be life changing. It's going to be game changing. And the beauty is that you get to create uh, a business where really it's just a system. You're a system owner and it does all the work without you. So, just like Coach Stu said, imagine what your life could be like if you got to do the things you enjoy doing, like he loves coaching, and your business makes money. Just think of what your life would look like. Think of what it would feel like to roll over in bed, get an alert, you just made a deposit. You're sleeping, enjoying life, wake up, spend time with the family, and still get paid. And whatever your goal is, that's up to you financially, right? If you want to make more money, let's say for instance, if you're making 5,000 a month in one city and you want to make more income, you just spread to another city. Well, if I'm in Chicago, how can I open a business in Cleveland? Because you don't actually have to be there to do the business because you don't do the work. You're just booking jobs in another city and doing the work, just like Uber. Uber's in California. They book jobs all over the world. So, really quickly, guys, if you have any questions or comments, now's the time to go ahead and drop it. If you got something you want to ask, uh, let's see. All right, so I missed I missed some comments, guys. I get carried away because I get so into this. Uh, Somebody said I have no idea which industry. By the way, that's a great comment because a lot of people, probably 90% of the people come into this with no idea what they want to do. And I'm okay with that because if you come in and you're not sure what you want to do, then we help you to pick out the industry and the city that you can launch it. Because you can live in Atlanta and start your business in Miami. It doesn't matter. You don't do the work. You don't have to leave. The goal is to have your business all over the country, right? Let's say your business was small and it only made $1,000 a month. Well, what if you opened it up in 20 other cities? Do the math, okay? So, but I help you personally to pick out the best industry. So I have a way. So if you don't have an industry, I do have a walkthrough on how we can pick out the best industry based on a lot of dynamics in every area. Like we hit this, we hit that, we hit that. And then, hey, how do we grade that? Oh, that grades as an A plus. It could boom in that city. All right, let's launch that. Because it's not personal. It's not about what we like, what we don't like. We're not doing the work anyway. I don't want to move anybody. I hate moving. I don't like moving my own furniture. But I'm in the moving industry. Why? Because it's hot here in Dallas. People hate moving themselves and they're willing to spend a lot of money. Easy. right? So somebody said, how do I move forward after this call? Great question. If you have a question or comment, go ahead and drop it right now. So I just want to let you guys know you can get the what I call the elite VIP. It's going to include the website. It's going to include the website. It's going to include everything you saw. So your website, when we finish, it'll function exactly like the one I just showed you, and it'll be 100% like that. But it'll have your business information and not mine, your industry and not mine, right? But if you're in moving, it'll be exactly like that, but with your colors, your name, your city, and all that. But the same template, same design. And it's like having the same T-shirt, but your name on it, or or I put my name on it, or because a T-shirt is a template. It's just whatever you want to put on it. You may put happy, the other person may put sad. It's whatever you want to put on, but they're all going to be the same, right? And so what I'm going to do, guys, because I haven't talked about this a lot, but the cost of the masterclass is going to go up because we're not just changing lives. This guy just started in August. He's only been out there for a couple of months and he's already at 5,000. Imagine where he's going to be a year from now. So if we're helping people build companies that make 5,000+ per month, right? Even mine right now, we're on track to do, let's see, because if Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was 2,000. So that's probably about 3,000 that week. Even if this is a slow month, still 12,000. I don't do any of this. I do whatever I want to do. Now, I don't have the Lambos. I don't have that, but I don't have a desire to get that. I can rent that. I just want to live a good life where my family doesn't have to stress. That's all I'm looking for. It's abundance. So if you want freedom, we could get into it. Put the word freedom in the comments. If you want some freedom, let me know. If you guys want freedom, we help you to pick out the name and everything for your site. Again, we try to do this thing for you in a way that when we give you the keys, it's ready to drive. You just hit the gas. You just hit the gas. Like this thing is ready. What else do I do? Nothing. It doesn't need you. It runs without you. I just show you how it works and you'll have your own login and stuff like that. And it runs without you. So let me go ahead and drop this info. The class is the training, the automation, everything. The system's going to be going up very soon and it's not coming back down because now we're helping people make a lot of money. So of course, the demand is up, which means the price is going to go up. But for everybody who stuck with me tonight, I'm going to do something special for you. You can get into the class. I'm going to give you something sweet. Better take advantage of it. Go quickly because I'm going to change my mind soon. This link is going to expire soon and you're going to be out, right? So at midnight tonight, this link I'm about to drop is going to expire. And so what this is, the masterclass, you're going to get a deal. And so, and just to let you know, because you guys know I'm honest, I don't fluff, I don't lie. I'm a Christian. I'm saved. I don't play games when it comes to people's lives, my lives, and your money and finance. I respect it all. The class is going to go up to 5,000 for the elite VIP, which is everything I just showed you. It's going to be 5,000 very soon. Now you don't have to pay that. You can wait and pay that. I'm okay with that. Or you could click that link, get on the payment plan. It's very simple, very affordable. Excuse me. It does not cost a lot. Get on a payment plan and we'll work together as we go until your business is ready. And I don't like guarantees because it's so hard to guarantee things in this life because I can show you that my site makes a lot of money and then I could share it with somebody else who don't even want to get online and just post. And so it's always hard to guarantee, but here's what I will guarantee. If you're willing to do a little bit of work, it's not hard. You're not going to sweat. You're not going to be sore. It's all on your phone or laptop. If you're willing to sit in Starbucks and do a little bit of work, the hardest work you'll probably do is meeting with me. Hopefully you'll like meeting with me, right? But if you're willing to do just a little bit of work, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick with you until you get your first customer. So even after the site is up, if you go a couple of days and you're like, I'm putting it out, nobody's reached out, bam, let's get together. Let's move forward together and let's get a customer today to your site. And I'll be with you. That's my guarantee. I'll stick with you. So that's why it's important to move now, because when I get too many students, I can't do this all day, right? So I dropped the link. I made it very, very inexpensive, a great investment. Don't invest in stuff that do not make you money. Think of where your life could be a year from now if you had a business and it was low end, just making 5,000 a month. Well, as long as your bills are less than 5,000 a month, then you don't need a job. You can go do whatever you want to do. Everybody wakes up and go to work. Not you. You go to the gym. You go learn pickleball. You go learn golf. You go take a vacation. You're not rich, but you're free. Freedom is everything. Time's more important than the money. I keep telling everybody that. It's cute that you make a lot of money. Well, doctors make a lot, I know, but they can't go home. They miss their kids' graduations. They miss life. They make a lot of money, I know, but it costs them their lives because they don't get that time back. I'd rather make decent amount of money and have all my time, right? So if this made sense, guys, help me out before I close out. Put a 1 in the comments if you understood everything I said. If I confused you or if something was hard to understand, please let me know in the comments. Please let me know. If you missed something, let me know. So we build the site out for you the same way you saw my site. We hand it to you ready to go. You don't have to build websites. I don't know how to build them and I don't want to learn. We get it done for you. My team does it for you. Well, Shon, I don't know how to promote and advertise. Don't worry about that. We do that for you. We give you templates. We give you templates for everything. And we have literally thought about everything you would need. I've obsessed over it. When my students send questions, I take notes. Bam. Now I got the answer. Now, if anybody else has that question, I've researched it. I've got the answers. So I'm excited. Click the link, guys. I'm going to leave it up there for like another 30 seconds. In that 30 seconds, if you have a question really quick, go ahead and drop it. Go ahead and drop it. Go ahead and drop it. I'll answer. I'll respond. I love this. I could do this all night long. I love teaching people how to make money and change their lives. I'll never get tired of it. You know why? Because it's my purpose. I'm right where I belong. And if you're like me and you believe you were put on this earth for a reason and it ain't punching a clock till you die, then you need to click that link before that link expires tonight. It's a discount link. You can, again, I always joke and say this, it's going up to 5,000. That's a fact, right? And when we start licensing it, we didn't even get into that, but it's going to be even more and it's going to help you make money too. But imagine having just 10 ISPs in your city, in Chicago, in Cleveland, in LA, in Atlanta, just 10 ISPs paying you $150 a month. That's $1,500 per month you don't have to leave your house for. That's the game I'm trying to give to you. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm excited. I don't sleep much because I love this. I'm always like, what's my next middleman business? And I'll tell you something I don't talk about a lot. Someone introduced me and to the idea of bounce houses in the backyard. First thing I started doing is middleman math. And I was like, how much? And this and that and that. And I was like, so I can make this? Oh, let's go. So that might be my next one. Just stand by. But you can literally do this with any industry. All right, click the link if you're ready to get involved and work with me and help your business get started. Click that link. Go ASAP. The link expires tonight. Please don't miss it. I'll see you guys in the training. Have a wonderful, blessed night. Click the link. Click the link. And if you have any other questions, middleman CEO info@gmail.com. Peace.